Hi, everybody. Welcome back to another GameItAll.com podcast. I'm Lucas Grimm.
Hey, what up, Pino 25?
I'm Fatter Phil.
All right. So, welcome to the second episode of our new season, and we're kind of getting back into the grind of things here now with proper news segment and pretty much just talking about what we can expect from 2021 in gaming. And so far, that's actually been kind of lacking because the only thing that we really got has been news about how tall Capcom's vampire mommy is.
Because the internet because the internet's a fucked up place. People are pervs.
Yeah, pretty much. But
fetishes are fetishes, bud.
Yep. Oh, I mean, the only thing that I keep seeing keep thinking whenever I hear about her height is that one scene from Dude, Where's My Car? When the girl turns into like a 50-foot monster and walks over
the
Daddy, I want to get on that ride. Me too, son. That's immediately what comes to my head. But yeah, no.
Lady vampire.
Yeah, I cannot pronounce her name. I've been watching the videos multiple times to try to figure it out, and it's like
I've read it multiple times, and I'm like, is it like this or like I don't know. Something. Dot.
So
we're
just gonna call her Tall Vampire Lady from now on at this point. But 9'6", she towers over most
anything.
Mostly everybody, even
she
would tower over Andre the Giant.
Yeah, because Andre was what?
Andre was 7 at the most. Like he's a little bit. Like his legit height was like I think like 6'10", 6'11" or something. But they always said he was 7 feet tall. But that's it. Like there is no human that has ever lived, I believe, that's taller than 8. Like, I think 8 is like the Guinness record, and the dude like died at 40 or something. Like,
yeah,
it's crazy. Not 9.5. What is it? 9 something? 9.5 feet? Is that it? Roughly? Is that
it's 9'6" is what she's
at. 9.5. Yeah.
9.5. Yeah.
That's fucking crazy.
And the actual Guinness Book World Records is 8'2".
Yeah, there you go.
So
over a foot taller than the tallest human to have ever lived.
Now, I mean, a dedicated Silent Hill fan has pointed out one thing, though, and I want to get that up here. It's just
so it was amazing.
Screen share. Here we go. Just opening up the screen share for this. He was first. So
he was first, but he's not taller.
Still not taller though. Yeah, you're right. He's 9.
He's only 9 feet tall.
Man, a battle between those two would be amazing. Kind of want to see that now.
Yeah. But Konami doesn't make games anymore.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, so let's talk about that because that was ridiculous as well. Konami let the website lapse, so somebody else has picked up the Silent Hill website and loaded up a picture of Pyramid Head with his height.
Yep, he essentially sniped it when the domain was the renewal had passed and it was up for renewal. And he just sniped it from Konami and then took it for himself and put up Pyramid Head.
I mean, we're not going to see that site be taken down anytime soon. I mean, unless Konami announces Silent Hill remake or something, which I doubt it. I'm now holding my breath whenever I hear that Konami's planning on doing something. Because we know they're in restructuring at the moment. They said their game division is not dead, but we don't have evidence
Not
of
dead.
that. Not dead.
Not dead.
We don't have evidence of that. We don't have the only thing that they've been releasing is pachinko games. That's gets a lot of money for them, but doesn't.
They all have real slot.
Right.
They do have real slot games because I have seen them at work.
Okay, yeah, that's true.
So they do have slot games in the real world. Some game about a dragon. Blazing dragon.
So do they just license out stuff, or because like they own?
No, they actually. Yeah, but their dev team, they started hiring out for pachinko and also slot-based games versus real games.
Okay, so like they still own like Contra or shit like that, and they'll just license it out to other studios, or does someone else own Contra? Like, for example,
I honestly don't think they've sold Contra, so I think they still have it. Just 1 second.
Yeah, I think
owns the rights to Contra. Yeah, no, it is still within Konami, and I do know there is a mobile Contra game coming soon, which has been in a beta, but I have no idea of what's being done, how that's going to play, and how it's going to work as a mobile game. So, the last game that they really released, anyways, was the Contra Rogue. What was it? Rogue Corp, and that was the less talked about. That is the better.
I liked Contra 4, like on the DS. That was fucking great.
Oh yeah, that was Way Forward. I mean, Way Forward has I cannot find a bad game that Way Forward has made. I'm sure there's one out there. I just haven't played it or found it. So we lost Pino again, didn't we?
Yeah, we'll be back.
Oh yeah, give him a few seconds.
What is it? You have like a shitty connection or something?
He's on like a T1 dial-up.
Oh Jesus!
He lives in the middle of buttfuck nowhere. I mean,
I know he's in the boonies.
He's in the boonies. It's
yeah. I get it. I get it. It's whatever. I used to, dude. Man, like, I'm so much older than you guys. Like, I remember playing V2 on fucking dial-up.
The minute somebody picks up the phone, that you lose all your game progress and everything.
Well, V2 wasn't that bad, like it's just, you dropped out of battle. It's like, well, fuck, I guess I gotta do this again.
It wasn't StarCraft where like you lost the match completely.
Yeah, exactly.
After like 5 hours of fighting somebody.
But that was like, and then we still had like dial-up when I left my home, like when I went out on my own. Like, that was when I was a teenager, right? So then when I finally like graduated and left my home and stuff, they still had dial-up forever, man. Like they only had like high speed 10 years after I left home, because I lived in fucking buttfuck nowhere,
Yeah, I did have that problem too. Like when I left, they were just getting satellite internet, and satellite internet's not any better, anyways. But yeah, they just were getting satellite, and when I came to Miramichi, it was, oh yeah, we could set you up on a high speed package. Yes, I don't want to go through that again.
Yeah, the moment I was able to get some fat pipes, I was like, I'm never going back. It's like some people are like, oh, well, you could get a transfer and move back home and live back home and stuff, and I'm like, no, I want high speed city internet.
Yeah,
nothing is going to change my mind.
Exactly. And then fiber op happened, and then you're like, fuck that, never going back.
Never going back. Exactly. So anyways, I guess we'll
I guess
some of a tangent there, talking about how shitty Pino's fucking internet is.
he's not here to defend himself.
That's right.
All
Anyways,
right.
yeah. So Resident Evil chick, tallest antagonist in Resident Evil so far.
Yep, she's towering over every character, and
she's towering
even
over Pyramid Head, and half of that is head on him. So really, is the pyramid part of his head, or is it a hat that he wears? Because then he's just cheating if he's got a hat on.
Well, they did count this 9'6" with her shoes and hat, but if you look at the picture, the shoes and hat don't really add much to that, like 9 foot, but much to it. It's it maybe adds maybe 2 inches, so I would say 9'4", probably.
No, dude, you're not looking at it right. Like, it's proportions, right? Like, if she's a big lady, her clothes would be sized to her, right?
Yes.
So that means that proportionately, her heels would be higher. So, like, I've never seen, well, outside of custom jobs, I've never seen really heels that are any bigger than maybe 3 to 4 inches, right? And even then, that's pretty fucking generous. Like, 4-inch heels are pretty fucking high up there. Like, maybe 2 to 3, right? So, proportionately for her heels, they'd probably be 6 to 8 inches of elevation. So she loses half a foot when she takes the heels off.
So we're still at like 9'2", if that's the case.
Yeah, she's still.
So she's still fucking monstrously big.
Yeah, she's still. And and it took like the day after the trailer, man. There was like porn about it all over the fucking internet.
It
just smut everywhere. It's like, my God, dude.
I mean, the minute everyone saw her, they were all like, "Yes, step on me." I mean, it's just
basically.
She could easily.
And I'm like, sitting back there, and I'm like, that's a fucking vampire, guys. Like, you don't want none.
No.
You don't want none. She don't care. She's gonna eat you.
Especially with the Freddy Krueger fingers too. So I mean,
it's gonna be the last fucking time. You know. Oh my God. But anyways, yeah. So we've got
the will is there. The body is broken.
Death by snooze, indeed.
No, there you go. He's back.
He's back.
Yeah.
Well, we were there talking shit about your internet the entire time. So.
And how we used to live with shitty internet connections ourselves. So don't worry about it.
Yeah.
We feel you.
Well, there are fiber lines up the road, so hopefully soon Rogers can keep rolling out.
If you lived in a mobile home, you could just like fucking hitch that bitch up and just move
just pick it up and move it away.
Yeah, just move it to the lines and be like, boom, I'm good.
Boom! Come on, sucker, wind me up. Yeah, no.
So anyways, yeah, we were still talking about Lady Dimitrescu. Is that her name? Dimitrescu?
I think that's as close as where any one of us is going to get.
Lady D.
Lady D. There we go.
Yeah.
Has awakened the D across the internet as well.
Yeah.
So anyways, we were just saying, it's like, she's a vampire, man. You don't want none of that. She's going to fucking kill you. You are dead. It's like,
yeah, she's going to fuck you up.
I mean, in the Maiden trailer or demo, I guess, does pretty much show how she can fuck you up too. So I mean, it's all there.
Also, them titties, she can't look down. She can't see you. If you are in the right angle, eye locked by them titties.
That's the stealth portion of the game. You gotta stay under her cleavage. It's like an escort
under them titties.
At the same time. You gotta stay under the cleavage all the way through the mission. And she's like, I can smell him. Where the fuck is he? I can't tell.
Yeah, it's like, suck on that, Mr. X.
Yeah. Oh, fuck. Because Resident Evil is famous for having the shittiest escort missions of all time, right?
Oh yeah, for sure.
So just
and you're like,
that,
these fucking people, worst AI ever.
Throw that under the fucking titty shade and you're fucking golden.
All right. So let's moving on from Lady D here. We got a kind of a interesting story that's developed earlier this week. And it's actually back from a rumor that happened a few years ago when Netflix announced that, or was leaked out information that they were going to be doing a Legend of Zelda series. Now, immediately after, Nintendo came out and said, "No, we're not.
Hells no.
We have no deal with them. Not happening. Don't worry about it. We're not making anything." And we've later found out from Adam Conver, who formerly worked on Adam Ruins Everything. He, during his time with working with College Humor, they did work with some information with Netflix, and they have confirmed that there was actually talks with Netflix doing a Legend of Zelda series at one point. But somebody from Netflix had the great idea to leak it out, and it scared Nintendo so much that they backed out.
They were like, fuck this shit, we're out.
But there was like, man, it's like, was it negative reaction? You know?
No, nobody had a negative reaction to Netflix making a Legend of Zelda series. Everyone was like, yes.
Then why the fuck would you back out?
Or do you not remember Super Mario Brothers 3, the TV show?
I mean, the less that we talk about that, the better. But
there you go.
Like the old cartoon?
Yeah.
What was wrong with that? It's just a fucking Mario cartoon.
It was.
This was going to be a live action Zelda, right?
From the information we've been aware of, that's what it seemed to be. It was going to be a live action Zelda series.
They could have went full blown Witcher.
No, like not gritty, because Zelda's not supposed to be gritty, right? Like all you do is just fucking get a really good fucking script writer to adapt like Link to the Past, right, or Ocarina, right, into a fucking series.
Give me Link to the Past.
And then you've got like you do the Witcher thing a little bit with the flashbacks, right?
Yeah, so and give me Lord of the Rings also.
You've got like Kid Link in the Kokiri Forest. Like for example, let's use Ocarina. So you've got Kid Link in the Kokiri Forest. You've got a period of that, and then you've got a period where he's learning to be the hero, and then you've got a period where he's like actually going after Ganon, right? And then that's what you do. You just fucking every time you do a flashback, you know that it's coming because they'll play the Ocarina song in the background. You'll just hear the Ocarina song as an audible cue, and then boom, the next scene is Link as a kid.
Boom, flashback,
doing his adventures or whatever. And then it's like, like I don't know. It's just, it's doable. It's totally doable. It's totally good, and it's not like the story's garbage. No,
it's classic. It's classic Miyamoto.
Yeah, I just don't understand why they would have backed out at any point. Why they would have been scared.
Well,
I mean, were you gonna do it cheap? Were you gonna just do it to do it? No, you would have had to. In this day and age, with the production values of fucking shows, like the crazy shit, like fucking the new fucking Lord of the Rings show. It's gonna be on HBO. Isn't it like something crazy? Like the budget is millions of dollars per episode.
Well, yeah, it's
Amazon.
Is it Amazon? Amazon, yeah, whatever.
Yeah,
it's millions of dollars.
It's on par with Game of Thrones.
Yeah, and then there's the Game of Thrones fucking prequel that's coming too. That's going to be the same goddamn thing, like millions of dollars per episode. The Witcher, the production of The Witcher is fucking insane. Like, it's not like Nintendo doesn't have. It's not like Nintendo isn't one of the biggest fucking corporations in the world and household fucking name. Like just fucking. If anything, the lesson that anyone who wants to make a film or a TV series out of their properties should be getting is the lesson that Marvel has put forward. Before they were bought by Disney, because guess what? as much as it's a fucking joke from Ghostbusters like fucking 40 years ago, print is dead. Like, comic books are on the way out, you know, that's going to be in 10, 20 years, it'll be purely a digital fucking format. Like, you could possibly get like a collector's issue of a comic printed out for you, and it might be like a custom thing that you get like a through subscription service. But like, that media is gone. So Marvel put all their fucking money basket, all their eggs in the fucking film basket. And what did it do? It
made them a crap load.
It turned it into the greatest, like, I want to say the most profitable movie franchise of all time. Right?
Yes,
like,
because there's so many films.
Doubt, right?
There are so many films in the MCU.
Like, every single one of them that comes out is like, oh, this is the highest grossing movie of all time. Boom, the next one comes out, highest grossing movie of all time. Boom, and so forth. So if Nintendo, who probably has more money than fucking tons of money, they were better off at this point than Marvel was back when they put the Marvel Studios together.
Oh yes.
Let's keep that perfectly fucking clear. Why wouldn't they? Why wouldn't they? Like, Legend of Zelda is a huge property. Everybody loves it.
Oh yeah. Well, and like, Nintendo has brand. Look at how well the Switch is selling right now, or has sold since launch.
Man, the Switch, the DS, the fucking Wii, all of these.
Not
consoles.
the Wii U.
No, the Wii U's just the Wii again. Like,
it's just Wii with a tablet
honestly.
tapped on. Let's just take an iPad and let's just tape it around.
Honestly, it's the same fucking system. You should just put them together as the same system as far as sales goes.
Pretty much.
You know what I mean? Like, the difference is fucking negligible between the two, right?
More or less.
Nintendo just prints dollar bills.
Exactly. So what are they fucking scared of? Just put the money to get the right people to fucking write it. Okay?
Yep.
Then, when the script is good, get the money to get the right fucking actor. Get the right dude to play Link. Like, okay, let's look at it right now. Who would you cast as Link?
I mean,
who'd you cast as regular Link? It's got to be a blonde dude.
Blonde guy is pretty much what you're looking for.
Not necessarily. You can dye your hair, right? Like, fucking. Isn't fucking white haired.
He could also be Minish Cap, just, you know.
Yeah, like, he could. You know what?
He could be a Hobbit.
Let's fucking CGI. Let's young up CGI fucking Peter Dinklage and have Peter Dinklage play Link. You know? And yeah, like the dude on our chat here is like John on our chat is like, let Disney buy the whole thing. If Disney wants to buy Nintendo, go the fuck ahead, because they seem to be doing real good with their properties these days. Like,
I'm not gonna lie about that. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
they're cheap properties anyways, because
Disney is not hurting. Freaking whatchamacallit, we've been watching WandaVision. It's great.
WandaVision is ridiculous. Like my god, that show is just knocking.
And also, the internet wants fucking what's her name, Kat Dennings, and the FBI guy to have their own like X-Files TV show.
Yeah, in the Marvel universe.
Yeah,
I would.
Just
oh my god,
wholeheartedly, I want that.
Every week they go on crazy adventures, solving mysteries and crimes.
Like, fuck yes. Superhero mysteries and crimes. Might I add, like, they're playing in the Marvel sandbox. There are so many good C and D list characters that have so much fucking potential, and that's all you ever throw there. You have like a season finale with like a B lister, right? Like, a season finale has, like, I don't know, Moon Knight show up or something, and it's like, and he just shows up.
Everything
it just
else.
shows up, tells him to fuck off, and then leaves, and it's like, oh my god, Moon Knight! You know, everybody's gonna lose their shit. I mean, it's not hard. It's not hard. It comes down to this. Give us what we want. Give the fans what they want to see. Just make it cool. Just make it nice. Just don't play down to them. Don't play down to them, and don't take your thing seriously. Like too seriously. It's like the difference between Marvel and DC is, it seems like when I watch a DC. Yeah, exactly. Like he just said, Iron Man was a C-list fucking hero. Like, in the comics, he was garbage. Complete fucking garbage until the movie came out. And then all of a sudden, Iron Man's everybody's favorite fucking superhero. Name your favorite Marvel hero. Iron Man was very rarely there. Very rarely on the list. Like fucking Blade. No one but the most obscure fucking people in the fucking world. Like, I read the Midnight Suns and Ghost Riders comics, so I knew who Blade was because he was in those. But, like, no one knew who fucking Blade was. And then they came out with that first fucking movie that kicked so much ass, you know, and people were like, oh yeah, Blade is super cool. And then he's had 3 movies and TV shows.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and it upped his character profile in the comics too. He's part of the fucking Avengers now.
Holy shit.
Yeah, he's straight up Avenger now. He's like in the main core book. Not only that, there was a storyline crossover where basically Moon Knight's god decided that he was fucking done with everybody's shit, and he decided to just Mephisto was like too fucking powerful, so he just basically took everybody's powers, he gave them to Moon Knight. So Moon Knight had like all of Black Panther's powers. He had he had the Mjolnir. He had fucking like Captain America's shield. He had like Sorcerer Supreme, and then Khonshu got too big for his britches, and then the Phoenix showed up, and he took the Phoenix power, so the Phoenix wouldn't allow him to take all the other powers, but then Khonshu got like super angry and started getting jealous of Moon Knight, so he just started giving his powers that he collected to everybody. So he made Blade the Sorcerer Supreme for like 3 issues. Like, dude, Marvel is crazy right now. Like, it's fucking insane as far as the storylines go. Like, right now they're having like a big brawl between all the heroes of the Marvel universe to see who will be the next Phoenix. And every issue, they're like, here's what this here at the end, they're like, here's what this hero would look like if they were wielding the Phoenix. So they've done like Captain America, they've done Black Panther, they've done Doctor Doom, they've done Wolverine, they've done Iron Fist, Shang-Chi, and who's the last guy? Thor. I think they've done Thor too. So yeah, they're all fighting to see who would be the next Phoenix, and it's like, it looks so cool. Like they're just, because they're done stepping on eggshells, right?
Yeah.
They're like, going for it has worked out for them for the last 15 years now, or no, 10 years, whatever. However long it's taken since Iron Man 1 hit. Just fucking go for it. We're talking about a company that filed for bankruptcy less than 30 years ago.
And I was just, go for it, go crazy.
And now they're owned by
it's
Disney.
working. Yeah.
And now they're owned by Disney. And Disney's being relatively hands-off, like, with Marvel. Because they're like, with the movie universe anyways, because like, they just want it to work.
Well, yeah.
So that's the thing. That's what Nintendo should look at. They should just look at Marvel. Like, just go for it. Get someone that truly.
It's also what DC should do.
But
that's my other point. Marvel embraces that their superhero thing. DC apologizes for it.
Yeah.
Right? Like, Batman movies aren't superhero movies. They're not.
No, it's Detective Comics. He's a detective.
Batman, but they're the only successful ones.
Oh, yeah. Batman just works.
Yeah. He just works but they're not doing a superhero movie. They're doing a Batman.
Batman.
Right?
Well, yeah. Well, it's like that freaking Justice League movie with the new director's cut that's coming out 4 hours long.
I don't know if I could sit through that.
That's too long. I need an intermission. I gotta get up and I have to get up and go take a piss halfway through.
I mean, you can pause it at any time because it's going to go.
I know, but still, 4 fucking hours. I'm like, that's too much, bro.
Oh, dude, just no, 4 hours is too much, man. Like, on the same tangent though, they just announced that the 4K remasters of Lord of the Rings are going to be sent out to IMAX like right now.
Yes, that I'd want to go see, but not right now.
I'd head to Halifax like opening fucking weekend if it wasn't for this fucking pandemic shit.
Yeah,
I'd be there, and I know I have at least 2 seats in the fucking car that would be filled with people. Like,
for sure.
I'd have 2 more. I'd have 2 more seats.
Because like those movies,
let's go, boys. Halifax weekend. We're going to go watch
perfect.
IMAX.
They're perfect for IMAX.
Oh, dude, it's just so ridiculously spectacular. And but no, yeah. So yeah, Nintendo and fucking Legend of Zelda, they should have gone for it. They should have gone for it.
Nintendo totally has naming rights that people know because everyone's mother in the 90s thought every console was the Nintendo.
Yeah, exactly.
You could have had a fucking Vex Trek and she would have thought it was the Nintendo.
Yeah, it's like me and my cousin are playing Final Fantasy VII and fucking the Christmas that fucking PlayStation came out and we're like when it came out, the Christmas after it came out, and we're like, she's like, "Oh, you guys gonna go play your Nintendo game?" And we're like, we look at her, and we're like, "Yeah, we're gonna go play Nintendo." So,
well, I think what happened is Nintendo got scared that they were going to land into another Super Mario Bros. I mean, it's not something that was likely going to happen, but the minute that the leaks came out, they got scared and they didn't know what to do and pulled right out. So now, because
like, I don't get that. I still don't get that.
Well, we do know that they are going to work on. They are working on making a movie for Mario again, with Illumination Studios, who did Minions and Secret Life of Pets.
So it's not Super Mario Bros. The movie?
It's going to be a CG Mario Bros. Movie. And none of them are going to link up to a Smash Bros. Movie with Sonic and everything either. So, that sucks. But
the thing is
hey!
Does Mario, does Mario loan itself well to a movie, though? I mean, think about the story. Think about what the games are, like the actual Mario games are.
They're fucking morbid. It's about kidnapping.
That. It's not just that. It's like, is that doable in a movie? Because the thing about the Mario games is Mario never, ever can have a line of dialogue. Right? Like, not real dialogue. Not even anything, but like in the Legend of Zelda games, you could always like picture Link talking to somebody, right? Like he's talking to somebody. He's trying to find out some information.
Yeah,
Mario
Mario's mute.
He doesn't seem like a big conversationalist. You know what I mean?
No. Like Sonic the Hedgehog, on the other hand, that motherfucker, you can't stop him from talking.
Yeah, but that's
that's why it was perfect for casting Ben Schwartz as him.
I honestly think that Mario's unfilmable. I don't think it's filmable. You could do a cartoon with it, maybe. But I don't think as a film, it's very filmable.
No, he'd be your silent protagonist. That's why you have Luigi.
I think what's going to happen with Illumination's film is that they're going to try it again because they're starting to get a little more relaxed with everything of how everything's being done and how there's multiple, film universes and stuff. Kid Icarus would be a great one to actually would have been.
That would be an amazing TV show.
Fucking Metroid.
That's the thing. I feel like they should have started with Metroid or Legend of Zelda, and then they would probably see, okay, now we're getting that film dollars. But
no,
with something else.
We got fucking Mario Golf. It's Caddyshack.
Actually, I would watch that.
It would be amazing. They'd blow up the fucking golf course.
With Bill Murray as Luigi.
Yes!
I mean, yes. I want to see this now. God damn it. No, but and then actually there's something else with that report that was mentioned, and that was they had actually two projects in the works at that time, which was going to be The Legend of Zelda with Netflix and a claymation Star Fox show.
Claymation is hands down the most brutal form of animation. It is so slow.
I mean, it's probably better that one did get canceled, but at the same time, I'm mad about that.
But they could smush Slippy the Toad.
But holy fuck, look at the fucking amount of detail they would need for fucking Star Fox. I mean,
for the most part, I'm just seeing it like them trying to film it, and it's just people playing around with the A rings or R rings and firing it and stuff.
Oh my god, like
no, it's
like the whole 100% the fucking no Claymation Star Fox, no, fuck no.
CG would definitely be much better, especially now.
Yeah, well,
but I mean, this came out a few years ago, though. This was a back in I remember 2014, 2000, maybe even a little bit earlier than that. It was a while back that was maybe their major idea of what they were going to do with it. They didn't want to go full on, CG with it. Probably because, that would require a lot of fur modifier, and that's a rendering bitch. So,
fucking feathers, man. Falco,
yeah.
It'd be insane to do feathers, man.
I mean, it's a lot better now.
Maybe that was the answer. They're like, we should do Star Fox CG. Oh man, do you know how much it'll cost us to render it? We would just have to smooth it over. It's like, clay's smooth. Let's do claymation.
There we go.
That's the fucking thought process right there.
That's 100%.
the
pitch.
Had to be.
That was the studio meeting right there. And then someone's like, yeah, Star Fox claymation. And then when they sobered up and came off the cocaine high, they were like, oh man, what the fuck did we just do?
But yeah, that's so actually, let's move from one movie news to another one, which is involving the Borderlands series, because we have a second announcement for the character casting of the Borderlands film, which is being directed by Eli Roth of Hostel fame,
and also the Bear Jew. What?
And also plays the Bear Jew in Glorious Bastards. Yes,
amazing movie.
Love that movie. Yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's making a Borderlands movie, which him making it, I could see it working out pretty well. It's probably going to be pretty decent. We already had Kate Blanchett. Oh, did I get that right?
Yeah, Kate Blanchett. Yeah.
Kate Blanchett. Yeah, she's playing Lilith, so that's already a great cast.
Makes sense.
But the second casting is for Roland, and Roland's going to be played by Kevin Hart. I don't know how that worked. How they thought of that. I mean,
he's not cool enough to be Roland. Roland's a cool character.
I like Kevin Hart, and I think he's great. But Roland is not a comedic character.
He's
also is not
a big chunky boy too.
Yeah, he's Roland's big.
Yeah. He's a big buff dude, right?
He's not as big as Brick, but he's big.
Kevin Hart?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Kevin Hart.
The voice alone. He's short. The voice alone wouldn't work.
Short.
I mean, at the same time, I'm going to watch the movie because it's going to be. I think it's going to be great. But the entire time, I'm going to be sitting there. I'm like, you have to do something to impress me as Roland.
So, are they going to murder the Claptrap?
It's hard to say, actually.
Are you sure? Are you sure it wasn't Kevin Hart as Claptrap?
See, that was the thing.
That would have made sense.
If it would have been Kevin Hart as Claptrap, I would have been. Yeah, that's absolutely fine. That's great.
Is Kevin Hart cut? I don't know. I've never seen him shirtless, so I couldn't tell you.
You know what? Yeah,
I guess. I mean, I don't know. Look, if Tom Cruise can play Jack Reacher, whatever, man.
Oh yeah.
I guess height ain't nothing but a number.
Well, no.
Oh,
Height is the camera
okay,
angle.
okay. Yeah,
Height
Kevin
is
Hart.
the camera angle.
I actually decided to look this up, and yeah, Kevin Hart is actually pretty jacked up. I never expected that. I mean, then again, he is friends with like The Rock and stuff, right? So he's probably
That motherfucker's built.
taking some advice, but he's short as hell.
Well, yes.
I don't know, man.
But yeah, like you said, if Tom Cruise can play Jack Reacher, Kevin Hart can probably do a decent Roland.
It's all how they do the camera angles around them.
But the worst part is I'm seeing it more like how he was in Jumanji at the moment, where he's like, oh no, I don't want to do this.
I just don't think he's got the voice.
No.
Right?
No, he doesn't. He doesn't have the voice,
he's too fucking high pitched. Like,
and I
even
don't.
Even in films where he's talking serious and he's like, not being comedic, he still sounds way too high pitched.
Yeah.
I don't know. Whatever. Maybe they're gonna go with a different angle with Roland or something.
I definitely.
Like, Pino's right. Like the angle stuff. I mean, if you can make John Rhys Davies look shorter than everybody else in a fucking movie, you can make Kevin Hart as tall as Lady D.
I guess so. Well, I definitely think they're going to go with a more comedic angle than even what the games give in this case.
Well, yeah,
it is Borderlands.
It's a little. It's got that funny twist. It's got that funny spin.
Yeah, it has plenty of dark humor and everything, and it's fine. Like, he's probably going to do a decent job. It's just when you hear that announcement, you're like, I'm sure there's like 40 other people that you can pick up before you think Kevin Hart.
You know what? We'll give it the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah.
Let's wait for a trailer.
Let's wait for the trailer where we know that Brick is probably going to be played by The Rock, and we're just going to have Jumanji 3 with Borderlands.
All cell shaded.
That would be a good way to take the franchise. Actually, that would be a good way to take the franchise. Have the Jumanji thing happening, but like in all these video game properties. So it's like all of a sudden it's like, boom, they show up in fucking Borderlands. And it's like the same.
It's like the Lego. It's like the Lego multiverse toy game thing. You'd go to the different places.
Boom, sure. They show up in there. And then boom, they show up in Legend of Zelda. Ha ha! Kevin Hart is Link.
Kevin Hart is Link.
That's right.
I mean, Kid Link, sure, we'll go with that.
Kid Link and Rock plays grown-up Link.
Ooh.
Actually, I do want to watch that now. That sounds so bad that it has to be good.
It has to be watchable, at least.
It has to be watchable. Oh, Jesus. But actually, segueing into the rest of the news with Gearbox. Gearbox actually earlier this week announced that they have been bought out by what was the company again? Embracer Group.
Embracer Group. They are a Swedish company that buys a bunch of different video game studios. They have acquired in the past such studios as THQ's Dead Rotting Remains. Also the Kosh people. Also, Valation.
Deca Games, Coffee Stain Holdings. Now, when the announcement of how much they got bought out for, it was $1.3 billion.
Not as much as Bethesda.
Not as much as Microsoft buying Bethesda, but still a
but Bethesda's just more expensive.
Now, Gearbox has, like, right now, Borderlands is their main game.
Moneymaker. Because everything else around them fails, such as Aliens: Marine.
And the
Duke Nukem took a shit forever.
and the recently shut down Battleborn.
Oh yeah, that thing.
Yeah, shut down and
came out a week and a half later. Fucking whatchamacallit from Blizzard comes out.
Yeah,
Overwatch. And then just bitch slap. Dead in the water.
So yeah, but they do have a couple other games that are still gaining the money with like Homeworld 3, and they do have some. Here, just 1 second. They do have their publishing group as well. So like, what was the other game that Gearbox is publishing that's coming up recently? I need to.
I don't know. They should just release Brothers in Arms, or what was the?
Yeah, Brothers in Arms. That was the.
They should bring that back.
I would love it. That
more Hell's Highway.
Oh, they recently published Godfall on PS5.
Oh yes.
And
wasn't that like not good? Or
it was.
It looked generic as fuck.
It was literally like just all right. But they're also the publishing group for, as I mentioned, Homeworld 3, Penn and Teller's VR, FUUU, and U.
Does it come with Desert Bus 2, the sequel?
It does, actually.
Oh, shit, son! I'm buying that!
In VR.
Holy fuck, just driving the bus.
You can get sick as well. You can totally get sick.
So that's and also Trover Saves the Universe was the other big one from them. So they do have quite a good amount in publishing in this case. So that's definitely something. Oh, apparently they also published the physical versions of Fortnite.
Oh, over at like Costco, Walmart in the bargain bins for like 20 some bucks.
Yeah, exactly.
And all you're getting is like these shit V-Bucks, and that's it. Stupid game.
I don't know. I've never played it.
Well, here, just one moment here. Yeah, so sorry about that, guys. Where were we? So they have the publishing.
Fortnite sucks. That's what we were saying.
Yeah, Fortnite sucks.
Yeah, it's a complete shit show.
Now, they did say, though, that 2K Games will still be publishing the Borderlands series, so that is still going to be part of the deal. Of course, like, Gearbox will benefit from their being acquired by Embracer Group for probably the next Borderlands game as well. So this actually does help with everything that's happening.
Well, yeah, and also if Pitcher it being a dick, they can just get rid of him.
Yeah, and that seems to be more of a...
That's some insurance right there.
Stay strong, John.
No, they that's some definite insurance right there, because you have exactly, like, he has not been the most solid.
Holy fuck! No, abusive fucking asshole. Yeah.
I mean, abusive to his employees. The hard drive of porn. All that. All those stories is just not have set Gearbox into a good light.
No,
actually, less of setting Gearbox in a good light, and just has not set him as a stable leader.
All they released that's good is like Borderlands shit, Borderlands more shit, and Borderlands again, and then shit after.
Yeah. All right. Last thing I want to talk about today is actually a bit of news that we got a little bit earlier today, which was Ubisoft announcing that they are going to need a little more time with the remake of the Prince of Persia: Sands of Time remake.
Is it a remake or like they just polishing it?
From the details, I've been told it's just publishing, or like polishing in this case,
just making it better. Okay, cool.
Yeah. So there's that. Like they have a team that's dedicated to making it pretty much play better, give it that quality of life, and improve the graphics, of course. But pretty much everything is going to be staying close to the same. So that's right now they're taking a little bit more time to improve on that. The game was originally set to launch next month, but of course, this is, I think, is still a good idea though, because Miyamoto has always said this is always the thing that we talk about when there's a delay game. A delay game is inconvenient, but a bad game is always bad. I paraphrase, of course, but it's good that they are taking that time to make sure that it is working properly. We won't have to rush through multiple day one matches. We won't run into Cyberpunk.
Can you do a TED Talk for CD Projekt Red?
Oh yeah, fuck.
Because you need to hear that.
Because yeah.
I knew this was that was coming up too, so that's actually a perfect segue to. We had quite a few developers coming out talking about how. Well, I forget which developer said this, and I don't have the note here, unfortunately. But one developer had said that developers of like No Man's Sky and Cyberpunk are like snake oil salesmen, where
The Witness.
Yeah, it was the person behind The Witness, and it that makes sense because they're promising so much and don't deliver at all until much later, and it's I have faith in CD Projekt Red that they're going to fix it because we've seen what they can do with Witcher. We've seen what happens, but the problem is Witcher was already up here when Witcher 3 got released.
Because it was the third game. It was 10 years later.
It was 10 years later. It got it was already polished up. It started playing better. It was just generally good. But Cyberpunk ended up being too ambitious, and everything blew up on them.
As good as Witcher 3 is, and don't get me wrong, Witcher 3 is fucking ridiculous. It's an amazing game. It's probably one of the games I put the most time into on my PS4. Mm-hmm. The thing is it's still got broken parts. There's a fucking little spot where you have to use one of your powers on a gemstone to open a portal, and then you go through that portal, and then you can get a pattern for a basic pattern for one of the sets, and that thing's still fucking broken.
True.
I still can't fucking get it to this day, and see you later, John. And I can't it pisses me off because I'm a 100% guy. I'm a 100% completionist guy, and I cannot fucking get that fucking pattern, so I can't even start the basic fucking armor set for this fucking goddamn thing because it requires this basic pattern to build the next set. And it's can you get on that? The last forum post is 3 years old, can anyone but I guess whatever, it's I guess they that was the last that was one of their last priorities. And, I mean, they never should have released Cyberpunk for the PS4 till it was ready.
No, it should have just been a PC exclusive title until about 8 months later when they released the PS5 and Series consoles, and no last gen. Because I don't think the systems don't have the power to push that much.
Nope, I don't think so. I think it's a fucking game that's too big. It's too much shit going on in that game, and
it's Crisis, original PC Crisis that just grabbed me by the balls and just squished.
It's a fucking gear check, and I'm sorry, buddy, but you need the next expansion to get the right gear.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's what it is. You know, it's sad to say because I am not buying a PS5 for a long fucking time, and I really want to play this game, and I am not upgrading my PC anytime soon either. So it's like I'm not playing it on a PS4 if it's that fucking busted.
Yep, it's that's true. I'm in the same boat on that one. I'm now just going back and enjoying some other stuff before I get to PS5 at some point.
Yeah. Like June, July?
Whenever I can get one that I'm not supposed to be part of so low on the list.
Yeah,
like so low on the list.
You want to get it legitimately, right?
Yeah, legitimately.
Oh, did you see those articles of like street value and MSRP?
Yeah.
I'm like, that's fucking hilarious.
All right, so let's cover the games that are coming out for the next 2 weeks here. So this week we had Control Ultimate Edition, which is available on PlayStation Plus as a PS4 title, but it does include the PS5 upgrade as well. Now, this is the Ultimate Edition, so it does include both expansion packs, including the Alan Wake expansion. So I definitely recommend it. It was my choice for 2019's Game of the Year. But
we didn't pick that one.
No, because everyone else picked something else. You guys all suck.
Because we fucking picked. I picked.
No, because you guys played something else.
Yeah, I picked the Obsidian game.
What did you pick?
The Obsidian game, Outer Worlds.
Yeah, that's it was good. It was all right.
It's not a bad choice. It's like, you know what? Could have won. Yeah, could have won.
Yeah, it's classic. It's classic Obsidian.
No shame.
Also came out this week is Destruction All Stars on PS5, also available on PlayStation Plus, and that is a Destruction Derby vehicle combat game, which does look like a lot of fun.
Wait a minute.
It's not
Twisted Metal. What the fuck? I want Twisted Metal. I don't want this crap. I just want Twisted Metal.
Buddy, the 90s are dead.
Man, I'm...
The 90s is 20 years ago. 20 years ago. Okay? Leave Twisted Metal in the fucking 20-year-old grave that's in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to get that back anytime
soon. No one gives a shit about Sweet Tooth, okay? No one gave a shit about him then. Nobody gives a shit about him now.
Also this week on the second, we had Wise 9, Monstrum Nox. Yeez, as you say.
Yeez. Yes.
Yeez 9, Monstrum Nox.
Yep, Monster Nox. I hate that it's 4 in February right now, because I picked it up, I installed it, and then I'm like, oh, fuck, I gotta play my 4 in Feb. God damn it.
Yeah, I looked at my list that I wanted to do for 4 in Feb, and I'm like, I don't want to play any of these games I just picked.
I'm not enjoying playing GTA San Andreas. I'm like, I don't know how I could do it when I was younger to just be like, okay, this is fucking awesome.
Yeah, it did not.
The mechanics are so shitty in this game.
Yeah.
Everything is not modern. It sucks.
Yeah, it hasn't aged very well.
But the music holds up.
Yeah, of course.
And same as the story to it. Boys in the Hood, come on.
The music holds up. Yeah, okay, cool. So does my fucking mixtape. So does a fucking burnt CD. Guardians of the Galaxy soundtrack holds up too, but the same fucking shit.
It does.
So on yesterday we had Werewolf the Apocalypse Earthblood. Came out for PS4, PS5, Xbox One, and the Series X. And that has been released to some mixed reviews. A lot of people saying it's just meh. But
it looks meh.
I was so hopeful for that fucking game, dude. Look at this. Look at this. That wall right there. See up there? Yeah? That top shelf? There's like 15 World of Darkness books on that top shelf. Okay? I'm a werewolf guy. Okay? Like I'm a fan. Like it's not my favorite game out of the setting, but I like it. And I was like, oh, it looks cool. It looks like it might be awesome. And it's like every review I've seen is like,
this is shit.
It had potential, but it's still all right. But it didn't hit the mark, and that's. Well, at least we still have Bloodlines 2 to look forward to later.
Oh, yes, we do.
Oh, fuck. Please don't fuck that up. God, don't fuck that up. Like, Bloodlines 1. Oh, I love that game. I love that game to death. And, like, the thing is World of Darkness has some good games. Bloodlines 1 was good. Redemption was okay. Like, Redemption was very playable. And those fucking Hunter games on the Xbox, those Hunter games, those beat-em-ups were fucking awesome.
Yes.
I played the shit out of those. And I would play the shit out of those again. Like, it's a good property. It's not hard to do. Just take your time. Take your time, do it right. You know? Like, and I think that maybe that was the problem with Werewolf. Maybe it was rushed. Maybe it wasn't in the hands of the right studio. I don't know.
Okay, I think... because it was made by Cyanide, and Cyanide, I don't think they're the wrong studio, but I feel like they try to be too faithful. Like, there's a point where if you're making something from tabletop and like other properties, they do have to focus more on what would be fun than what would be legitimate. And when you're making an action brawler from a tabletop game, I see there's a few problems that you could run into. I think they try to make it too faithful to its source material to make it fun.
But that's the point of the source material, though, right? Like, it just had to have a good mechanic. Like, I don't know about the gimmick part, but like, there's a lot of pieces that you can throw in there to make it good. Like, the werewolf thing is, there's, in the game, there's 5 forms that they can take.
Yeah.
Only 3 of them are particularly relevant to gameplay, right? So, like, wolf form, human form, werewolf form, right?
Right.
And there's, like, an in-between for each of them. There's a slightly bigger wolf form that kind of has a little more standing power, and then there's like a cross form between full werewolf and human. So it's kind of like you're kind of like a big burly Cro-Magnon type dude with a lot of hair and claws. So like you could kind of input that into the game. You could ignore that a little bit. That would be fine. But that's like for the combat gameplay. You have the 3 forms, and the combos would access differently, and your weaponry would be different in that. There has to be a corruption mechanic, because the whole point of the game is you are trying to stop the apocalypse, because there's an evil is a strong word, there's a crazy entity that's trying to corrupt everything and destroy the world. That's why the game's called the Apocalypse. So that when you interact with that too much, you then become part of it. You can be corrupted to it and fall to that corruption. So there has to be a mechanic for that to really capture it. And then there's the mechanic where the thing about the World of Darkness games is all of them are storytelling games of some type of horror. And the horror of Werewolf is that you would lose yourself to the beast. You would lose yourself to savagery. And it's a storytelling game of savage horror. So you would become nothing more than a corrupted killing machine. And
right.
You have to have that kind of mechanic. That's why frenzying as a werewolf in the game is a bad thing. You're out of control. You can't be stopped. Whereas apparently in this game, it's just a buff. It's like you frenzy. It just means that, oh my god, I'm super powered for the duration of this buff, and I get to kill everything that stands in front of me. So it's like you got to.
Yeah, that would have been much better if they kept. Okay, so in that case here, that would have been better if they kept closer to the source material. But I don't know. I have to play the games further to actually see what they.
Thing is like your experience of playing that game is going to be different than mine.
Of course, yeah.
Because you've never played the RPG, like the tabletop. You don't know what it really is, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I see it from the tabletop perspective, so I'm going to be comparing it to the tabletop constantly, all the fucking time. And the thing that made Bloodline so good is that it really was the tabletop. Like, every single fucking clan played different.
Yeah.
You know, like, every style was different. Every storytelling was different. They really embraced the mythos. They even went with some really deep cuts in the fucking storylines. But this game is just a mediocre action brawler with a couple of good stealth mechanics. Like, apparently the stealth mechanic is the only good thing of the whole fucking game. And I don't know. It's not enough. You know, it's not.
It's going to be if it goes down in price, maybe.
If it goes down in price, I'm going to get it for sure. Like, right now, it's sitting at $72 for the special edition. And I'm like, I could put that 72 somewhere else. If it ever goes down to 50 for the special edition,
yeah,
maybe at that point.
Now, also continue on with the list here. Also, that came out today, we have the Neo Remastered Complete Edition, which is 1 and 2, with all the DLC on PS5. So I highly recommend those games. They are great Souls-like action brawlers. So
if you can find the console.
If you can find the PS5, it is worth it. It's one of those ones, as somebody who doesn't really fully enjoy the Souls series, that is the one I spent the most time with, because it is just it's Ninja Gaiden meets the Souls series.
Yeah.
Or Soulsborne series.
I thought that was Sekiro.
That that should be Sekiro, but this one is actually, Ninja Gaiden directly.
Yeah.
And as of next week on the 11th, we have.
Oh, wait a minute! Whoa!
Okay.
Do you know what else came out today? The new Foo Fighters album.
Well, that's why I don't have that on my list. That's why I didn't say it. But yes, the new Foo Fighters album is on today. Just came out today. Yes.
Medicine at Midnight.
It is awesome. I've listened.
Isn't it more poppy though? Like, I heard that it was really, really more of a pop rock oriented Foo Fighters album. Like, it's less heavier than their standard.
Yeah.
It kind of is. When
it's back to their good old days of Monkey Ranch and
There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, the Color and the Shape was a phenomenal album. Like, let's give credit where credit is due there. Like, I love the fuck out of that album. Like, I listened to it. That was my fucking youth, man. That was my teenage years. That's a great album. So, I mean, if they can recapture that sound, I'm cool with it.
Okay, and now, for games for next week on the 11th, we have Little Nightmares 2, the puzzle platform survival horror for kids, on Nintendo Switch, PS4, and Xbox One. We also have on the 12th, Galgun Returns, the first game of the Galgun series remade for Nintendo Switch and PC. Also on the Nintendo Switch next week is Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury. So that is definitely one to look forward to. And I can't wait to play that one again. That is going to be great, especially with the new Bowser Fury attachment or add-on.
Bonus. DLC.
That extra thing. The thing.
The 4-player game that is going to have my kid annoy the rest of my family with. All right, and that is our podcast for the week. So, oh yeah, I Kate. So, be sure to hit that like and subscribe button, hit that notification button to know when we publish next. We have some more stuff coming in terms of videos. We have more Castle Crashers with me and Sly. And I'm going to have some other videos coming up soon with my 4 for February picks. As I said, I'm still trying to go through them, and that's being a bit of a pain in the neck. But it's happening. Those are on its way. So, for GameItAll.com, I'm Luke Scrim.
Hey, what up? It's Pino 25.
Fatty Phil.
And we'll see you guys next time.